I speak it though, I speak it though. What's on your mind, what's on your mind is deep though. I speak it though, we on the air, we on the air. Just take it there, I'ma take it there. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Yeah, I'm talking about it, but I'm real about it. I speak on it, but don't catch feels about it. We can chop it up like it's nothing, baby.
Going on, everybody? What is going on? We are here live here on the OT radio show with your boy OT. And guess what, y'all? We got a special guest here on this beautiful Friday. Now, listen, your boy OT is still, you know what I mean? I'm still going through the motions of the snow, you know what I mean? Because, I'm a little older now, and your boy OT felt the pain when all that snow dropped down here up north. But to all my ATL people, my Cali people, I love y'all to death so much, but I can't stand y'all actually, because y'all got good weather and your boy OT is over here freezing, but no worries, it's only going to last for a short time. But however, we are here today on this beautiful Friday, and let me tell y'all something, right? So, your boy OT, I've reached out to everybody, and we got a special guest here, beautiful young lady. And when I tell you she's doing some big things, we're going to hear her story. We're going to pull back the skin and hear her story of how she blossomed. So first I have the CEO, the founder of Chance for Chance, a nonprofit in ATL. Miss Angela Wright is going to be joining us, boys, here on the show. Our producer says is in the building. She is in the building. And are we bringing her in? We are going to bring her in. They said bring her in right now, and we bringing her in right now. I don't see her. I see her now. What's going on with you? How are you?
Great, how are you? So good to meet you, OT. Thanks for having me.
Oh, listen, no problem. No, thank you, because it is Happy Black History Month here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you are part of history right here.
Oh,
So
thank you.
why not? Why not? Well, first, I gave people a little bit of details about you, right?
Yes.
And I am honored to have you on. I appreciate you for taking the time out your busy schedule to talk to me. So
No,
thank you on that now.
thank you
Uh,
too.
yes. So listen, while we here, how's your day going, first of all?
I can't complain. It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. It's a little rainy. You was talking about the cold. It's not really cold, but it's a little cloudy out. It's a little rain.
See, that's my ATL people right there. I'm kind of, I'll be there. Don't worry about it. I'll be there in a couple of weeks. I'm coming back down for a minute, so I'll be
Okay.
there. Yeah. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Right?
Hmm.
Can you tell our listeners and people that's going to be watching on the replay and people that's going to be hearing on MP3, uh, where you from and how did you get started with the foundation?
Okay, I'm originally from Lakewood, New Jersey. Hey, all my Jersey
Hey.
people, Lakewood. I can't leave Asbury Park out because I know they would get me. But I grew up as a little girl in Asbury. Then we moved to Lakewood, and then later on, when I got ready to go to college, I came to Atlanta, to Clark Atlanta University, and I never went back home. I just ended up making Atlanta my home, and in the process of being down here in Atlanta, got into some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Got caught up into a drug conspiracy ring, and
Mm-hmm.
with that, getting caught up in that came prison, and
Mm-hmm.
I went to trial, lost trial, and they sentenced me to 30 years as a first time nonviolent offender. I had never been in any trouble, no speeding tickets, nothing. And well, I had a misdemeanor for some
Mm-hmm.
marijuana. But yeah, they gave me 30 years, OT. And I fought and fought and fought. And here I am. I'm free. I ended up serving 13 years, 10 months, and 20 days.
Mm, mm, mm. Let's talk about that a little bit, right? Because
Yeah.
people just think it's just the black males who gets all of the sentences, and I keep telling people it's, to me, it's a race thing, right? So if you was a Caucasian, right, and for the same charge, I think you probably would have got about 4 years for that.
I don't necessarily know if I would have got 4 years OT. Okay, so I'm not going to be, I start responsibility these days of being okay. So I don't think I would have got 4 years. I might have would have got 4 years if I cooperated, but
Okay.
I don't think I would have received 4 years because of the amount of the drugs that I was charged with originally. I was indicted by myself, and then they came 2 weeks later and gave me a superseding indictment. But
Oh
my
shit. Oh shit. Excuse me.
superseding indictment is one that supersedes the other. And
Yeah.
they gave me a co-defendant, which was a guy that I was dating at the time. And the reason why they made it a superseding because he was cooperating and I didn't know. And so yeah, with the amount of drugs that was involved in the conspiracy, originally they charged me with 154 kilos of cocaine.
Oh
So
shit. Never mind then.
I don't think I would
Yeah.
have got
Yeah. Never mind. Then on that part right there, now you said drug charge. I'm like, by 4 years, but now the amount we have the amount. Yeah.
And then too, it was it was over the Panhandle, which is Georgia,
Yeah.
Florida, and
But
Alabama,
yep.
and up to South Carolina. So no, T, I don't think even if I was Caucasian, it would.
Nah, baby, they would have gave you about 30. They would have gave you 30, baby. They would have gave you 30. Let's keep it a buck right now. They would have gave you 30. But however, you know what I mean? Now let's talk about how was your mental being in there?
So originally, when I originally first got sentenced, it was, I think I was like kind of in denial that first day. Like I looked at my mom in the courtroom, like, who is he talking? Did that man just say 364 months? So in my head, I knew that's like 12 going to 36 3 times. That's automatic 30 years. And so those first couple days was just like I just laid around. I wouldn't talk to anybody or, I didn't even call home or anything. I just laid around like, man, these people really just gave me 30 years. And I couldn't believe it, especially because I didn't get caught on the wiretap. There wasn't any video surveillance. It was really word of mouth. They didn't have my fingerprints on any of the kilos that they had caught with one of the drivers or any of that. So I just really could not believe that I could get 30 years for y'all listening to what somebody else said, but they gave me 30 years. So those first couple of days were kind of rough for me. And I just laid there, just kept thinking over and over in my head, like, man, but after about 3 or 4 days and, me calling home and talking to my mom and my dad or whatever, getting some strength, it was just like, hey, it is what it is. It's time to buckle up. You got to fight for your life. It's just a fight. And I had vowed to myself that I would not give up. But in the interim of doing time and everything, there were days where I'd be on cloud 9, and then there were days where I would be down, like, man, am I really gonna go home? Because it's just hard. Prison is a mental environment. It's not necessarily. I always tell people, it's not physically being there; it's mentally being there. And not being able to be home, with your kids, with your parents. And at the time, my son was only 10 years old. And anybody that knew me knew I had my son spoiled rotten. He's my child. And I just felt like I let him down. I felt like I failed my little cousins because their mom was in prison and they stayed. I would have them all the time. So it was just like I felt like a big boulder on my shoulder. But I also had to come to grips with myself and, realize that, hey, Shay, you put yourself in this position. You knew what the consequences could be, but you just didn't think it would be that bad. Like I always tell myself, if anything happened, I'll probably get 5 years, be home in 3 with the drug program. But it didn't work that way, So, in the beginning, my mental state was just like, I was kind of down. But then I just had to realize, girl, you got to put your gloves on. You got to fight. You got to try to come up out this thing.
Well, you know what? And you did.
Yeah, by the grace of God. Yep, by the grace of God, I did.
Yes, indeed. Now, let's talk about the day you got out. How was that feeling?
Okay, so leading up to the day that I got out, shout out to Tommy Walker, second chance for real. He helped me with my motion, and I have another mother. I say it's my mother of another color, Georgine Arsons. This lady was a God sent angel. So originally I filed for clemency when 2012 I filed for clemency. It was denied, and then in 2014 I filed again. It was denied. And then Obama had put out this initiative, a clemency initiative, and it had 10 things, 10 criteria. and I met all the criteria, OT. So I figured like, hey, this is a landslide. I'm going home.
Right.
But once again, it was denied. And the crazy thing was, there was this girl named Kristen Reed, and she hadn't did one of the stipulations you have had already had 10 years in, and she had maybe 7 years in. And I said to her one day, like, you're not gonna file? And she like, no, free. They call me free. She like, no, I haven't did 10 years yet. I'm like, you should still try. You know, you never know. So I don't know what to do. I told her, I said, well, I'll help you. I let her copy my paperwork, change my son's name to her daughter's name. Guess what? She got it, OT. And I got the job.
Wow.
Yeah. That was a really hard pill to swallow. You know, I called my father once again. I'm a daddy's girl, crying. Daddy, I can't believe it. Why am I still here? What am I doing? You know, but I just had to, he had to pick me back up as he always did, and fill me up and pour into my spirit. And I just had to realize that wasn't a way that God had for me to go, and it just was not my time. So fast forward, Georgine, when she helped me with all the clemency, but we weren't successful, but she would not let up. So we ended up filing for a compassion release when the COVID came out. And it took us about 4 months, but the judge granted it. He granted it, and I was in quarantine at the time because I had COVID. The whole prison camp had it. And so a girl came and slid a note under the door and was like, the note said, you going home, you get out. The judge said your date January 13th. I'm like, what? I'm saying to the person under the door, I'm like, where Corinne get this from? Does she know what she's talking about? Corinne, out there, one of my friends or whatever. But so I didn't know whether it was true. So that night I couldn't sleep. And then the next morning, the case manager came around. I asked him had he heard anything. He hadn't heard anything. So then I couldn't use the phone. So I just was like, all right, Lord, if it is, it is. But that Thursday I had enough. I told him I need to make a phone call. I started yelling, acting kind of talking about my rights and all that, and how I wrote to the president and everybody else that listened. And they told me I could use the phone for 5 minutes, and I called my mother. And she said, girl, you coming home? I said, Ma, is it true? She said, yeah, it's true. You get out on January 13th. So that morning, once I knew that and I got out of quarantine and everything, I gave everything that I had away, to people that was, and I just was waiting on that morning. I was able to sleep. I was able to rest in it, because like I said, OT, I had been believing God for a change. I never thought that I would do 30 years in prison. I just didn't feel like that was my destiny, or B, that's just where I would be, So I always believed that day would come. And that morning came, and my mom, my dad, my play brother Cliff, my sister, my brothers, my son, my grandbabies, my nephews, all of them, they were in a Sprinter, and they came to pick me up. And I'm telling you, running out that gate, boy, you feel slave. The air smelled different. I had a t-shirt and sweatpants and like shower shoes on. And it was cold because it was January 13th. And it was cold. It didn't even bother me. I ain't need a coat or nothing. Just running like a slave. I'm free.
Well, listen. Oh man, listen. So now, everybody got the backstory of you, right? Like I always say, people want to see, the glamorous part, but nobody never know the backstory, how a person got where they got to. Now, let's talk about you now. You are the founder of Change for Change, a nonprofit in ATL. How did that come about?
In prison. Chance to Change came about in prison. And so naturally I'm spoiled, even in my old days, I'm spoiled. So my parents, even though like my father's a pastor and everything, and people would think that like, oh, he would condemn me for the trouble that I got in, but my parents were there and was very supportive of me. So from the beginning, I was always able to see them. My mom in the beginning came every weekend, would stay the whole weekend. And then as time went on, I would tell her like, Mom, you don't have to come, you don't have to come that much. You come once a month. And I really didn't want my son to have to spend his Saturdays as he became a teenager in prison, sitting inside of a visiting room. So with that, like I always got to see him. I was able to maintain a good relationship with him, talk to him and see him. But it was other girls, OT, who had never seen their kids the entire time. Could you imagine having children, never seen them for 8-10 years? I just could not,
Wow.
my heart would go out to them. And it was because, maybe their family didn't have the money. Kids are left on the barrier of the grandmother, the aunts, or, cousins. Some go into foster care. And I just looked at
Mm-hmm.
it and said I wanted to do something about it. I seen that my son, an African American man, was able to still graduate. He was in private school, yes, but he was still able to make it through high school and graduate. He started college, but he dropped out. He didn't, want to finish it, but he was able to make it and not become a statistic, because the statistics say that children who have a parent incarcerated are twice as likely to go to prison too. But I beg to differ. I feel like if the
Mm.
support system is in place and they have the same, if the playing field is even, those kids afforded the same opportunities, they can succeed too. So that's why I came up with Chance to Change. I want to be able, little things that I know matter to a parent when they're in prison. A child being able to go to the dentist, a child being
Mm-hmm.
able to play football, or participate in sports or different activities, take them to the museum, read books, things that normally, that a parent just cannot do because their hands are tied, they're in prison. And to, being able to go visit and see their parent in prison, because I know emotionally and mentally it's good for the parent and for the child. So that was my whole point of creating Chance to Change.
I love it. I love it. I love it because you know what? A lot of people and you are talking about it, and it's real. It's real. Let's just go ahead and say it is real. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? When the parents go off and be incarcerated, you know what I mean? Kids, like you said, are left for grandmother, aunties, and everybody else. So for you doing this, it says a lot about you and what you experience, and now the things that you are doing. Now,
yeah,
let's go ahead and talk about your background because people might get a little twisted about you there. You know what I mean? You was a teacher, right? You was
yes,
a
I
teacher, right?
was. I had to, sometimes we used to remind the guards and stuff in prison that I chose the streets. The streets didn't choose me. I'm educated, just like
Mhm.
you're. Just you can't tell me any full of wool over my eye. Yes, I went to Clark Atlanta University. Came out class of 2002. My major was in early
Mm.
childhood education. I love children, and I just believe that not, we all know that children are the future, but I believe in pouring into kids, and I believe
Mhm.
that children are sponges. So what they see us do, they'll soak up as well. And I just
Mhm.
beg. Some people feel like that African American children can't succeed or can't play, but like I said, if the playing field is even, they can succeed too.
Facts. Facts. Oh, big facts on that one. You didn't gave the big facts on that one. You know what I mean? Because hey, the playing field is equal. You best
Hmm.
believe. I'm sorry to say it. Like we coming out winners. We coming out
Yeah,
winners.
yeah,
That's a big
yeah.
facts on that one. So now your mission for the Chance for Change is a
Hmm.
mission to reduce incarceration, improve the criminal mind thinking, and addiction amongst the margin of groups of
Yeah.
people. And I love that. I love that. So, what are the things that people can go to your nonprofit and expect to see and hear?
They can expect to see. I mentor children. Just mentor
Okay.
kids. There's some that are. I work with another in partnership with another nonprofit organization, Freedom
Hmm.
for Choice, and I'm a credible messenger. And with that is just mentoring kids, just guiding them. Because sometimes children think that no one cares, or there isn't an outlet for them, or that they just somewhere that they could just be themselves. And no, too, I want to discourage them from going down the path that I went down. That's
Hmm.
not the road that you have to take. It's okay. You can still be cool and do A, B, and C. Just selling
Hmm.
drugs. That's not the only. Sometimes people,
Yeah.
kids think like that's the cool thing to do. Oh, I'm
Right.
corny if I don't do this or if I don't do that. No, you corny if you end up in prison telling somebody what to tell you, when to go to the bathroom, when to go to bed. That's what's corny. Yeah, that's not life. That's corny. So they can expect to see me just guiding children into another mindset, another way of
Mhm.
living, and also we're in the process of creating a curriculum where the child will be able to keep in touch with the parent and do work or write poems or anything, and then when their grades are good, it'll be like a little point system where they could get rewarded, for the things.
Wow.
their behavior and for just keeping up their grades and everything. Because one thing I believe in, I'm a stickler about getting your education. It's okay to party, it's okay to have fun, but you have to get your education.
That's a big fact. That's
Yeah.
the big fact. I love this. I love this. I love the story. I love the backstory. I love where it's going, and the fact that you are doing this. And we need a lot of nonprofits, and we need a lot of mentors out here today. And I'm just
Yeah.
being honest. We really do. When it comes down to little young ladies, when it comes down to young men, we need it. We need to be in the forefront of it. So what I'm going to say to you is, you know what? When I hear that ding, I hear money. I'm sorry to tell you, that's just me. When I hear that ding, I hear money. It's like this money just came through.
Computer, somebody texted and they knew already that I had a call. Coming through the computer.
Listen. Let's shout them out. Let's shout them out. Go ahead and shout them out because they didn't dinged you live on the podcast. So we gotta shout them out. We gotta
Hey,
shout them out.
leave me
Like, listen.
alone. Leave me alone, hey Boogie.
I love it. I love it. Listen, this right here is a beautiful thing. Like I said, it's a beautiful thing. So now now, how did because you started the nonprofit? How did the COVID affect your nonprofit a little bit? Because I know it affected a lot of nonprofits.
Well, OT, actually, I was just coming. I only been home a year.
Wow! 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 No, hold on. Let's back this shit. Oh, sorry. God damn, I just want to cut there. Wait a minute. Let's back this shit. Listen, okay. The fact that you just said that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you just said that, y'all folk cannot tell me y'all cannot make no moves. And you've been gone for 13 years. You've been home for a year. And look what you have done. Y'all can't tell me. Excuse, cannot tell me that y'all can't do this. Y'all can't do no nonprofit. Y'all can't do no business. Y'all can't. Y'all are liars. Y'all are liars. Y'all are liars. I swear on everything I love, y'all some goddamn liars. See, you about to have. I didn't cuss. I didn't cuss and shit. I didn't cuss again because when you think right, no. You know what? We're gonna eat all this one. We're gonna eat this one because this is true fact, right?
Yeah. But it goes,
Your nonprofit.
it goes back to faith, OT, and believing. Like my groundwork was still in prison because I knew I would not. I told myself I won't be in prison all the time, and I used to tell my ex-boyfriend, when he get on my nerves, and I used to tell. I used to be like, JD, it won't always be like this, right? You won't have to always press 5, meaning to accept the phone call. So
right.
I planned. And my vision board, I had a vision board in prison that I kept in front of me. People thought I was crazy, but it doesn't matter because I knew when that day opened, I was going to hit the ground running. And that's exactly what has happened. I've been able, with the nonprofit, my t-shirt line, book is coming, just grinding. When you're a grinder, you're a grinder. And when you want to make a way, you will make a way. It's not easy, no, but it's not impossible.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Well, you know what? This is what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to go ahead and order me a shirt, and we're going to be live on the podcast. You're going to see the shirt on, and we're going to keep on supporting because this is what you do. Welcome to the family. You family. So welcome to the family. 100% fam. What's good with you? You all right? You all right? Okay. But wow. I mean, listen, but I have honestly like this whole story, the back and now the front, and we pull back everything and look where it has become is a flower. It has become, it has blossomed, and to me, this shows everything that you had, that vision board, everything that you was thinking during the 13 years, everything has come together and your mindset was like, look, I gotta change something. And you are changing because once again, when you talk about kids is dear to OT Heart when it comes down to the young ladies and young men, when you talk about them and how when our people go away to prison. Well, everybody go away to prison, and family members and people are getting lost because pretty soon, and I'm gonna be honest, when you start to spend 2, 3, 4 years in jail, in prison or jail, whatever one county, um, you start to get lost because
Yeah.
people start to forget. Let's be honest, people start to
Yes.
forget, and that hurts. That
Yeah.
Lord have
It
mercy, that
does.
hurts.
It
That
definitely
hurts.
does, especially when you have friends that you feel like y'all best friends, or you grew up together or whatever, or just anybody that a loved one, a lover, whatever. If you feel like, and then they just leave you for dead, it's hard. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's hard to deal with, and you can become bitter. But like I
Mm-hmm.
said, like my core OT, I can't big my friends up enough. And I know sometimes on social media, people get tired of me bragging on my friends. But when I tell you my friends are truly goals, that's what my friends are. My friends was there with me when I was on the mountaintop, and they was there with me when I
Uh-huh.
was down in the valley. When that gate opened,
Mm,
it was still there. So quite
mm,
naturally, I don't know nobody else, and I don't know what kind of friends they have, but I know what kind of friends I have. And it's just
talk
really,
about
really
it.
important because it's easy to get lost. It's easy for your mindset. It's easy to give up when you in prison in a negative environment. All you see is white walls and bars, steel bars all day in and day out. You got bitter guards coming in there, so it's easy to just lose hope and to give up. But when you have a good support system, the way that I had a good support system, I mean, hey, it makes it easy. It makes your time easy. It makes the days go by. Not saying that you won't get in trouble, because I did get in trouble. I did get in some trouble. It took me probably about
Uh-huh.
4 years to get myself together. But you know, with that, I mean, it just came with more lessons that I understand. But it's imperatively important for people. If you have a loved one or you're a so-called friend, a homeboy, whatever, you have to be there for them when they go to prison. And I can't say enough about my friends, about my parents, and even some of the women that I met while I was in prison who had a shorter sentence than me, and they left and they
Mm-hmm.
went home. OT, them girls still kept in touch. My friend Sean
Mm,
Poacher, Deanna, Christy, my friend Neil, they left, and I mean, they left me behind. Sean was going 7 years, but she was always there. And that just goes to
mm-hmm.
show, when you good people and you have a good support system, this is the fruit, this is the blossom, this is how the flower grows.
Mm. Amen. Amen. And I'm gonna tell you this. Make sure now shout out your girls, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
it's time to shout out mom and dad. It's time to shout them out. It's time to shout out the son. It's time to start shouting out here on the OT radio show. We are
Yeah.
family, and you know what? Shout them out. Shout them out. You gotta shout them out. Gotta shout them out. Cause look at
Mom, that's at Carmen Wright on Facebook, and my father at Pastor Johnny Wright. I'm a PK kid. uh, I just love the OT. And I always say that my life has been 100 times sweeter with the parents that I had. And I don't just say that just to say that. Like I said, I'm in my 40s. I'm still spoiled. And anyone that
mm-hmm,
knows me know I grew up spoiled. But just the way that they poured into my life, and even when I'm wrong, yes, they tell me I'm wrong, but they don't hold it
mm-hmm,
against me. So I just love my parents, and there's no way that I could have made it through those 13 years and 10 months, 20 days without them. And I thank God for keeping them. I thank God that they're healthy. The prosecutor told me that they would be dead by the time I got out of prison, but God said it's live and well.
right.
So, and then my baby, Brad and Jermaine and Darius and Sarita, I love y'all. And I'm just, thankful. My sister Shakila, which is my right hand. That's my right hand. I'm thankful. My sister was there. And I have to shout out two of my friends, like, from back then, my guy friend JD and me. I have
Mm-hmm,
to shout them out because OT, it's rare that a man do time with a woman, especially when a
mm,
woman cheated on him, and they get the court to find out, oh,
mm-hmm.
she's a whole nother life. But those are two guys that I can say that are very loyal, and I just thank God for them too. I just thank God they was part of my circle. They'll always be part of my tribe, and I'll always love them.
100,
Yeah,
100, yo, 100, 100. Well, look, I thank you again. I appreciate you so much.
I
You know,
appreciate you.
you got little comments. Listen, you got comments coming in right now. Someone
Michelle,
just
my
gave it to.
cousin, yeah, and my cousin
Ah,
Donna, she wrote me every time I was in lockdown in confinement.
mm. Beautiful, beautiful. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is a beautiful thing, and now we see what you have become. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, you get your roses. You gotta
Thank
get your
you.
roses. So we're
Malik
giving you
King.
your roses.
I can't forget Malik King. Can't forget him.
Uh
Oh
oh.
God, I forgot him. Yeah, Malik King. He doesn't have a nonprofit, but he should. His is Epic
hmm
Indian Prison Industrial, but it's not
hmm
a nonprofit. He just does it out of his pocket. He writes
hmm
numerous men, women all over the country, and he's just a good brother too.
Really,
Yeah, yeah,
really. We gotta connect then. We gotta connect.
yeah. I
So do
definitely
me a
give you his
favor.
information. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let's definitely do that because we need more than this. We need more. We need more. And thank you again. I appreciate you again. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you.
ATL is my second home.
Okay, so
I
you got
still got some
Evelyn
things down
when you
there.
come. Yeah,
Yes, yes,
yeah, we got.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You know what I mean? Most
I
definitely,
gotta
most
say thank you
definitely.
to all my followers too. I don't know if you knew that video when that video, the reel that you seen or whatever about me, leaving out of prison or whatever. That reel,
Yeah.
it has 1.6 million views now, and
Mm,
before that reel, I might have had like 1,500 followers. I'm up to like
uh,
26,000 followers. So I just thank everybody. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the encouraging messages. And I'm not gonna let y'all down. You see, it's more to come.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So go ahead once again. You know what I mean? You got to give everybody your social media and your website, everything where they can find you at. All right,
Okay,
and the
on
floor is yours.
Facebook, yeah, on Facebook is Felons Rock. My business page on Instagram is Felons Rock. Personal page is at The Real Free. That's TheRealPhree. And the website is www.felonsrocks with an S on the end.com. That's rocks with an S on the end.com. Thanks again, OT, for
Mm.
having me. Y'all go support your
Listen,
girl, Black History Month, support Black businesses.
factual, right, factuals. Listen, we got you. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family. I'm going to talk to you too because we're going to do something. We're going to do something
Okay.
real big.
Okay.
We're going to do something real big. So I got to talk to you later on. But yeah,
Okay.
welcome to the family. We appreciate you. Anything, and I'm going to always say this. We always say this. You got another one. Another one that came up.
That's
Now
mommy.
you got three of them.
That's mommy.
Hey moms, what's going on with your moms? How you feeling? Hey,
That's my ride or die.
moms, thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Because look at your daughter now. Look at your daughter now, mom. Thank you. We got another one. See, hold up before I even. Up.
Hey Kim, we did time together. Yeah, we did time together in Kentucky.
Kim, thank you. I want to say it. Thank you, Kim. Hey, Kim. You know what I mean? But listen, like I said, you're going to talk later on because we're going to do some things. We definitely going
Okay.
to do some things. Because when you talk about mentoring the kids and stuff like that, we pour hearts into that. So
Okay.
you doing it, we're gonna make sure we're gonna pour the heart into it. But hey, once again, thank you so much for joining your boy here on the show. I appreciate you so much, and you got to come back on now, mind you. When you come back on, you gotta come back on. Okay, regardless
Okay.
of what's going on, give us some updates.
I ain't gonna leave you hanging when I make it big. I'm still gonna remember you, OT. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Listen. I feel you. I feel you. I feel you now. I feel you. Well,
I
look,
definitely
keep
be
doing
back.
your thing. Oh
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
keep doing your thing now. Keep doing your thing, and you're getting a lot. People are chiming in, so we're not going to stop right now because I don't want people to be like, oh, you know what I mean. Look, there you
I tell
go.
you,
Okay.
that's Detroit.
Yep.
That's Detroit stopping ground.
Uh huh. See.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all. This is what we do. Before we're about to up. Here we go, Risha. Great interview. Appreciate you, Risha. Yeah, I mean straight Alabamian. Appreciate you. They
I
keep
love you too,
pouring in, so I'm gonna keep up. There you go. All right, y'all. Listen, listen. We're about to go now because it keeps coming in, but we're
guys.
about to go. We love y'all. Make sure. Say it one more time with your social media. Make sure y'all follow.
On Felons Rock on Facebook, Felons Rock business page on Instagram, personal page at The Real Free, TheRealPhree. Holla at your girl.
There it is. There it is. And make sure y'all follow me at OT Radio Show on
Yes.
all platforms. Listen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. And make sure, hold up, before you go, make sure y'all check out tomorrow. Got my man Speak on It. My man RW. Got my man DJ Wiz. This is a group now. Got my man
Mhm.
DJ Wiz. Christian hip hop. You know what I mean? On Sundays. Make sure y'all go to Wiz. Radio.com. Make sure you download his app. It's banking. That's our clip. That's my clip.
And before
You
we
know what I
go,
mean?
I just want to tell,
Go
I
ahead.
just got one more thing to say. I always like to tell people, no matter what today looks like, tomorrow can always be different. And don't forget it. Never
Mm.
give up, never give in. Always fight.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
No matter what today looks like, tomorrow can always be different. Never give in, never give up, always fight.
Now I'm gonna tell you something, right? Just that right there, I'm posting that on the gram. I'm like, yo, if you missed it, I'm gonna tell you, I'm telling you, I'm posting that just that part right there on the gram. Like, listen, if you missed the show, this is what you missed. You better go back and listen to it. I'm gonna
All
tell you.
right.
So get ready. You're gonna see it. You're gonna be like, he said he was gonna do that. He did it too.
I'm going to tag
God
you.
damn.
Okay.
All right. Well, much love to you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
You
I appreciate you so
too.
much. You know what I mean? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, listen, y'all. We done had a great show here with my girl Angela. Listen, I appreciate so much. She is doing big things, y'all. She's doing very big things, and I need all y'all. I need all y'all to go ahead and support. Go ahead and listen to her. She's doing big things, especially down there in ATL. Founder of Change and Change nonprofit in ATL. Y'all definitely got to go ahead and check her out. Go ahead and all her information is on the OT show, radio show. So y'all see all of the information about her. Y'all can check out everything, Instagram, Facebook. And you know, we tagging. We tagging, so we gonna get it on and popping. But listen, I appreciate y'all and get ready because next week, listen, our lineup is about to be crazy. Cause I'm about to hit y'all with like a little bit of R&B singing here, a little bit of R&B singing there. Like it's gonna be some people sitting up like, yo, OT, hold up, wait a minute, slow down. Yeah, we might take it back to the old school with y'all. I got some lineups for you for February that's gonna blow your mind. But y'all make sure y'all check me out here on the OT Radio Show on all platforms, Facebook, YouTube. We on Twitch now. And I'm going to tell you why I'm on Twitch. My daughter told me to get on Twitch. Now, that's some gaming thing that all y'all kids do. Well, I'm on there now, so I'm part of the gang too. Gang, Twitch. I'm part of it too. But y'all can follow everything on otradioshow.com. That's the website. You can find all the links, everything y'all want to know, everything y'all want to hear. And oh yeah, I got to shout out. I just had a write-up. And I gotta shout that out. I appreciate you so much for the write up. I just was in Sheen magazine in December, and now I have another write up, and there's more to come. And I appreciate everybody that's just looking at your boy OT. Like, listen, we doing some big things. Well, look, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Y'all be good, and I will see y'all next week. And it's going down. Peace.